Good evening and welcome to the news. First, the headlines. National COVID-19 recovery rate reaches 92.09%. East Khasi Hills District DC issues prohibitory order in view of the upcoming autumn assembly session. Meghalaya government cancels its memorandum of agreement with SEW Energy Limited for executing the 65-megawatt Rangmao hydel power project. And Meghalaya government, in collaboration with Government of Israel, proposes to set up centers of excellence to boost agriculture. The news in detail. India has achieved another significant milestone in its fight against COVID, as more than 76 lakh people have recovered from the infection so far. The national recovery rate has reached 92.09%. The total positive cases in the country today stands at 5,33,787, which comprises merely 6.42% of the total reported cases. Health Ministry said that enhanced countrywide medical infrastructure, implementation of the centre's standard treatment protocol by the states and union territories, and the total dedication and commitment of doctors, paramedics and frontline workers have led to a persistent increase in the number of total recoveries in the country. Till date, Meghalaya has detected 9,741 confirmed COVID-19 cases, out of which 8,680 have recovered. 971 are active and 90 deaths. On the other hand, the District Magistrate, West Jaintia Hills, in an order issued today, has lifted the containment order from the localities of Lathat Labo, Musalinkat, Caroline Colony and Lumpariat Joai. Meghalaya government today cancelled its memorandum of agreement with SEW Energy Limited for executing the 65-megawatt Rangmao hydel power project. Deputy Chief Minister Preston Tinsong said the proposal was submitted in 2010, but the project was found to be infeasible. He also said a fresh expression of interest would be issued, since the government wants to ensure that important power projects successfully come up in the state. Meanwhile, the state cabinet also passed a bill for setting up St. Xavier's University in the state. Tinsong said that the proposal would now be placed before the assembly for its consideration. According to Tinsong, the proposal has been strongly recommended by the Meghalaya Private University Regulatory Board. In addition, the cabinet also decided to start e-stamp services in the state.
The company who already signed the MOU with the government of Meghalaya in the year 2010. Ultimately, they sent the proposal due to the unfeasibility of the proposed project development of Rangmao hydel project signed in 2010. The company requested the government to cancel the MOU signed.
The District Magistrate of East Khasi Hills District, Isawanda Lalu, on Monday has issued a prohibitory order under Section 144 CRPC, preventing the assembly of 5 or more persons within 500 meters of the temporary assembly chamber at Rilbong, Shillong, and within a 100-meter radius of Meghalaya Secretariat. Carrying of arms or any other lethal weapons is also prohibited. The decision was taken in view of the information received from the Superintendent of Police, East Khasi Hills, of antisocial elements creating disruptions during the upcoming autumn assembly session of the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly, which will be held from the 5th to the 12th of November 2020 at the temporary assembly chamber at Rilbong, Shillong. Security forces and government officers on official duty are exempt from the order. The Meghalaya government, in collaboration with Israel under the Indo-Israel Agriculture Project, is setting up 2 centers of excellence in the state to boost technological development in the agriculture sector. After holding a meeting with the representatives of Israel led by Ambassador Ron Malka, Chief Minister Conrad Sangma said the first center would be set up at Jongsha village in East Khasi Hills for vegetables and the second at Dawagre in East Garo Hills for citrus fruits. Dr. Ron Malka, ambassador of Israel to India, added that there are 29 centers of excellence under this project all over India, where Israel brings latest technology, practices, and a system for advanced agriculture and water management.
We have put up our proposal to the Government of India, to MIDH, to put up 2 centers of excellences in our state, along with the Israel government and the Government of India. One to be in Jongsha for Center of Excellence for Vegetables. This will be in East Khasi Hills. And one in East Garo Hills in Dawagri for Center of Excellence for citrus fruit. This is at an advanced stage. We have been discussing with the Government of India and with the Government of Israel.
When the state of Meghalaya is becoming part of the family of the states that are part of the Indo-Israeli Agriculture Project, which is a very successful project. We have now in this project 29 functioning centers of excellence all over India. In these centers, we bring our latest technologies, practices, advanced systems that we use for advanced agriculture and water management.
With frequent experiences of earthquakes in the past few months, Meghalaya Revenue and Disaster Management Minister Kerman Shala said that it is impossible to prevent natural calamities like earthquakes, while asserting that the government would try its best to protect the life of each and every citizen in case any natural disaster strikes the state. The statement came from the minister as the region in the last 20 days had seen 10 instances of earthquakes. Shilla also said that if there is a necessity, a meeting of all the officers of his department would be convened to discuss this matter. It may be mentioned that Northeast India, including Meghalaya, falls under Seismic Zone 5, which is an earthquake-prone zone.
Calamities, whatever nature, it's very difficult to predict. What will happen, we cannot say. So, but still, we are trying our very best, and we are trying to protect our people. If it is in our hand, we won't let anything happen to them. But still, that also, they have to take care of themselves first. Meeting with the officers we will have from time to time, but only for the earthquake. So for that, we will have a discussion. So based on that, let's see what is the outcome will come from that.
Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma today inaugurated a 10 meters indoor precision shooting range at Demthring, Shillong. In view of the upcoming national games in the state, this is expected to produce shooters who will be able to compete in the championship. This indoor range is under the Shooting Association of Meghalaya. The state has produced a variety of athletes who aim to earn medals for the state at the national games. In this endeavour, the state government has also extended full-fledged support to the association. The MLA of Nongstoin constituency, Macmillan Bursat, along with the Assistant Executive Engineer, Urban Affairs Department, Nongstoin, Shri R. Kurba, EP's AIM, CM of Hima Nongstoin, and officials from the office of this AIM, Hima Nongstoin, on Tuesday, conducted spot inspection of Nongstoin market with intentions to modify and beautify the market. Nongstoin Market is one of the oldest and largest traditional markets in West Khasi Hills. Speaking to media after the inspection, Nongstoin MLA Macmillan Bursat said that 7 or 8 months earlier they had conducted an inspection of the Nongstoin market to later seek funds for modification as the market is in need of urgent improvement. He also said that a scheme has been sanctioned from his MLA scheme to develop and improve the market for the convenience of all.
Nhiều bên này phạm này mình choang lawan ban jurep ban pay jaga junok tan jengkat bat ki option ka urban department nang taban ban phai di footpath pok ni yo kani pete nang kong ang asu ban kulai jaga urban department kaba nhiều bên này phạm này mình choang lawan ban jurep mentala sanction la de valor si kontraktor bat hapo ki sising asni layu iya ka kamat sedang naban keteri namta ke jiban bahai ke yang.
And a quick look at the weather report now. The maximum temperature recorded was 24.1 degrees Celsius, the minimum 14.9 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity in the morning was 58%, while that in the evening fell by another 10% to 48%. No rainfall was recorded. The forecast: Shillong and its adjoining areas will have a light to moderate rain or thunder shower at isolated places. And another look at the headlines before we wind up. National COVID-19 recovery rate reaches 92.09%. East Khasi Hills District DC issues prohibitory order in view of the upcoming autumn assembly session. Meghalaya government cancels its memorandum of agreement with SEW Energy Limited for executing the 65 megawatt Rangmao hydropower project. And Meghalaya government, in collaboration with Government of Israel, proposes to set up centers of excellence to boost agriculture. Well, viewers, that's all we have in this edition of the Bulletin. Join us again tomorrow evening for more news and updates.